I've always been fascinated by old houses. So when I stumbled upon a centuries-old Victorian mansion for sale, I knew I had to have it. The realtor warned me that the house had a reputation for being one of the most haunted places in town. But I didn't believe it. I mean, who does, right? As soon as I moved in, I started noticing strange noises. At first, it was just the usual creaks and groans of an old house settling. But then I started hearing knocking sounds. It was always in the dead of night, and it sounded like someone was tapping on the walls from the inside. I tried to brush it off as the house settling, but the knocking was too rhythmic, too intentional. It sounded like a code, a message from something. I started to feel a creeping sense of dread as I lay in bed, waiting for the knocking to start. It was always at 3:33 a.m. Never a minute earlier or later. I'd get out of bed and press my ear against the wall, trying to decipher the pattern. It was a mix of short and long knocks, like Morse code. I spent hours researching, trying to crack the code, but nothing made sense. The knocking started to drive me insane. I couldn't sleep, couldn't concentrate. I started to feel like I was being watched, like unblinking eyes were trained on me from within the walls. One night, I decided to investigate. I grabbed a flashlight and made my way to the basement, determined to find the source of the knocking. As I descended the creaky stairs, the knocking grew louder, more insistent. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized that the knocking was coming from all around me. A cacophony of taps and thuds that seemed to be closing in. I shone my flashlight around the dimly lit room, but there was nothing out of the ordinary. Just old pipes, dusty cobwebs, and the faint scent of decay. And then, I saw it. A small, hidden door, cleverly concealed behind a stack of old crates. The knocking was coming from the other side. My heart racing, I pushed the door open, and a musty smell wafted out. I shone my flashlight inside, and what I saw made my blood run cold. A narrow tunnel stretched out before me, lined with old newspapers and rusty pipes. And on the walls, in letters made of dust and dirt, was a message. Get out while you still can. I stumbled backward, my mind reeling. What did it mean? Who was behind the knocking? And then, I heard my own voice, whispering back to me from the depths of the tunnel. Too late. I tried to run, but my feet felt heavy, as if rooted to the spot. The knocking stopped, and an oppressive silence fell over the house. I knew then that I was not alone, that something was waiting for me in the walls, watching me, waiting for me to make my next move. I'm writing this now, huddled in the corner of my bedroom, waiting for the knocking to start again. It's 3:30 a.m. I know it's coming, and when it does, I'll be ready. Or so I tell myself. The knocking has stopped, but I know it's not over. It's just the beginning. I can feel it. A presence lurking just beyond the edge of perception, waiting to strike. I'm trapped in this house, and I don't know if I'll ever escape.